In this video, we're gonna make the first tiki cocktail where the recipe was generated by AI, computers, science, to find out if a computer can come up with the best cocktail recipe of all time. See, in the past on my channel, I've made over 100 different classic tiki cocktails in the search for the greatest tiki cocktail ever. At the end of this video, I'll be trying this to see if it's the greatest tiki cocktail that's ever been created. A few days ago, I was sitting on the couch petting my dog Sparky, watching YouTube. And then I saw it. What I saw on YouTube was talking about Chat GPT. It's a neutral language processing model to generate human-like responses in a conversational context. It can be used to answer questions like Google, write reports, song lyrics, write code, and even create original cocktail recipes by analyzing what has been uploaded to the internet. At this point, I don't know that anybody's used it for tiki cocktails. I've sat in the breezeway and scoured cocktail recipe books, super vintage and old ones, and like brand new contemporary cocktail books. But I've been looking for the most incredible recipe of all time. I never thought to ask a computer to invent a cocktail until now. So I sat down at my desk, put on a record, and I got to work. Okay, so we gotta figure out what kind of cocktail we want Chat GPT to create. Create an original tiki cocktail using lime, orange, and white grapefruit juice as the base. Throw in a curveball ingredient to create the greatest tiki cocktail of all time. Suggest an elaborate garnish. Thank you, robot. Okay, here comes the suggestion. The citrus storm. So the recipe that it came up with was 2 ounces of white rum, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of orange juice, half an ounce of white grapefruit juice, half an ounce of absinthe for that curveball ingredient, and half an ounce of simple syrup. You shake it with ice and strain. Pour into a ceramic tiki mug or a hurricane glass, and then you float the dash of absinthe on top. The computer says to garnish with a lime wheel, an orange spiral, and a sprig of mint. They're calling it the citrus storm. Okay. This may be the greatest tiki cocktail of all time. So the computer spit out this recipe, and the computer called it the Citrus Storm. Like, not a bad name, really. Like, it's kind of a cool tiki bar, tiki cocktail name. So for this cocktail, we're gonna be using white grapefruit, orange juice, lime juice, simple syrup, absinthe, and white rum. Okay, let's quickly cut some fruit. So it says 1 ounce of orange juice into a mixing tin. 1 ounce of lime juice into a mixing tin, and white grapefruit juice. We're gonna squeeze this by hand, and I kind of roll it with my fingers when I squeeze it. It tends to direct the juice straight down. There are a few seeds there, so let me see if I can strain it out with my knife. I'll throw the seeds over there. So the super scary robot overlords have said half an ounce of simple syrup. Super scary robot overlords. I mean, you gotta admit the AI thing's like a little weird, right? We're gonna add some white rum, and like most cocktails, the computer was like, 2 ounces, dude. And I was like, yeah, that sounds perfect. Thank you very much, computer. And also thank you for choosing a bottle that has a cork. All right, so that's the cocktail right there. We're gonna save the absinthe for the very end because they were like, float the absinthe on the top of the cocktail. We're gonna fill this guy up with ice here. Couple scoops full. We're gonna pour the contents into the mixing tin here. Give it a smack and a shake. You wanna make sure you shake until the tin. You wanna make sure that you shake until the tin is frosty and cold. You can see it fizzing up in there. And then it said to serve it in a tiki mug. So this is a tiki mug from our friends Ken and Heather Pleasant. They're perpetuating the Whitco legacy. that was Heather's grandfather, was William Westenhaven. It's an incredible tiki mug here based off of Whitcoe carvings. So it comes up to about here. Now with tiki cocktails, you want to fill it all the way up with ice. And that's not only for dilution, but also kind of to lengthen the drink out a little bit, if you know what I mean. And from our friends at oh my God. And from our friends at Surfside Sips, a bamboo glass straw. So there's the cocktail. Oh wait, we got garnishes to make. Chat GPT said to garnish with a lime wheel. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay, so real quickly, we're gonna cut a lime wheel out of this lime right here. What else does it say? An orange spiral. Okay, we don't make a whole, oh, son of a bitch. Thank you. An orange spiral. So, I don't really do this that much, but I guess the idea when you're using one of these peelers is to drag the fruit along and not pull with the peeler, because you might slice your thumb off. Okay, here we go. Now, I don't know if they meant an orange spiral using one of those little knife guys, but this is what I have, so just trim this guy up a little bit here. I know this is probably not the proper bartender way to do it, but I've never asserted that I'm a professional bartender, so we're gonna do it the breeze way. So here is our orange spiral. We'll stab the top of the swirly orange peel thing into the top of the lime thing. Oh man. Okay, there we go. And then, that doesn't look very good, does it? It should be like, does that look good? I don't know, maybe. Okay. That's good, right? That looks like a drink. This is the world's first computer-generated tiki cocktail. This is history. This is science right here. Let's taste science. Oh no. Okay, so the recipe did say a half an ounce of absinthe. So we're supposed to float a half an ounce of absinthe on the top. That is so much absinthe. It's gonna give it a very licorice scent and really affect the flavor of this thing. This is gonna be kind of the make or break ingredient, I think. Okay, so it said to float this on top, so I'm just gonna delicately pour this in on top. That seems like a ton of absinthe for a cocktail, but there you have it. That is the AI-generated tiki cocktail. And so, from science and technology and the metaverse, from Skynet, this is the Citrus Storm. All right, so let's give this a taste. Wow, very citrus forward, kind of bland. It's underwhelming. You get a whiff of licorice on top, but I really taste a lot of orange juice, lime juice. Very citrus heavy. It's like a citrus storm in the glass. I don't know, you kind of can't taste the rum at all. And I'm really afraid that when you get to the end of this thing, it's gonna be a mouthful of absinthe. So like heavy on the licorice notes. So like heavy on the licorice notes. But my opinion is just one man's opinion. I think what we need to do is we need to find a random person on the street and ask them. Okay, so now what I think we do is we go outside, we see if we can find somebody who will taste this AI-generated cocktail. All right. Let's see where we're going here. Let's go outside. Well, I don't know if we're gonna find anybody to taste this drink, but oh wait, there's somebody. Hey, you.
Me?
Yeah. Hey, you like tiki cocktails? You want to come in for a drink? Taste something?
Drink with strangers? Why not?
Yeah, just right this way. Wow. This is the breezeway.
This is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
It's just like my brothers.
We've never met before, right?
No.
Yeah, it's nice to meet. What's your name? Spike.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh, weird. Yeah. Do you want to taste a cocktail it's a computer-generated cocktail?
Ooh, computer-generated cocktail? What does that mean? Like it's 3D printed?
No, it's AI developed by the metaverse.
That's Zach Morris or whatever? I'll drink that.
So I've already put all of the ingredients together. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a quick shake.
That's a quick shake?
Okay, and then the computer said that you could do it in a tiki mug or in a hurricane glass. So this one's gonna be served in a hurricane glass.
I'd rather see what I'm drinking anyway.
What do you think?
What's in that?
A little extra there for me. It's called the Citrus Storm.
Okay.
It's lime juice, orange juice, grapefruit juice, rum, simple syrup, and then the bonus thing is half an ounce of absinthe.
Absinthe?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure that's not olive oil?
Pretty sure it's not olive oil.
Oh.
But I usually serve absinthe in dashes.
Absinthe is the stuff that tastes like licorice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't that the stuff that like painters take and then they would trip out?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So
Yeah.
you're taking me into your strange bar off the street and giving me a intoxicating drink with some trippy stuff on it.
Yes. There you go. And it's funny because the computer was like, for visual effect, the absinthe will change the whole deal. Or it's like, but it just kind of like some weird yellow snow on the top.
It made it more yellow.
Yeah.
Yellow snow does look like yellow.
Okay, we're not going to garnish yours. 'Cause
Okay.
You get the idea.
Because
But
I'm just a guy off the street.
That's
So
right.
why would you? And all right, well,
all right.
cheers.
Yeah, cheers, stranger guy. Is this the best cocktail you've ever had in your life?
I don't know. So probably not. If you have to answer it like that, hold on. You know, it's weird. I don't taste a lot of like alcohol in there. I taste
No.
a lot of orange
A lot of orange, yeah.
and
Do you smell the absinthe?
grapefruit. I smell the absinthe, and now I'm starting to taste it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to say, there's supposed to be some mint on the top of this too. So real quick, I'm just gonna smack the mint and put it in the cocktail here with this bizarre garnish. I don't know how to make this garnish work.
An awfully garish garnish.
Thank you.
You know what? It gets better as you drink it. I feel like if you like absinthe and you like that weird kind of burny, tingly absinthe thing, especially with the mint now in it, it's okay. If you like minty and you like licoricey stuff, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting because a computer made it,
Mhm.
but it is not like, oh, delicious, we have to go back
Right.
for this. No.
I agree.
So I'm going to leave now.
All right.
Can I keep the glass?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
It's just, wow.
Wait, I'm coming back.
Okay.
We just want everyone to know, the more I drink it, the more I sip, kind of the more tolerable it gets, but it's really tart
It's very tart.
and it's really yellow. It's sort of the cocktail equivalent of mustard.
Oh.
If you're a kind of person where your palate doesn't really like mustard,
Uh-huh.
you won't like this, I think.
That's a very interesting
Like that tangy.
description.
Do you know what I'm talking about though? That tangy, like, mustard. It's not sweet. It's like a tangy.
So, is this the best tiki cocktail that has ever been developed?
Definitely not once the absinthe is in it.
Do you think that artificial intelligence is better than real intelligence of Don the Beachcomber or Trader Vic?
Based on this, definitely not.
Oh.
It's not the worst tiki cocktail I've ever had. Someone told me there's one with a back scratcher that's a lot worse, but this is pretty close. Once the absinthe hits it, for sure, like, I don't know, I just cheated and kind of drove it down to seat.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
It's not very complex, but if you do want to find out more about that cocktail with the back scratcher, go ahead and click on this link right here.
It's not great.
All right. So with that, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you aren't already. Leave a comment below. Tell us what you thought. We will see you in the next cocktail episode. Aloha.